Oh my God, Gemini. I just pulled your cards and I'm literally shaking. 73% of Geminis are making this exact same mistake with their predictions right now, and it's costing them everything. Wait, hold on. I'm seeing something crazy here. The Eight of Swords just flew out of my deck, and this is not what anyone expects for hope and realism. But oh my God, this is exactly what you need to hear. Everyone thinks hope means positive cards, but actually, you've been trapping yourself with false optimism. I'm going to reveal the next 6 months of your prediction patterns in the next 12 minutes, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to balance your Gemini intuition with cold, hard reality. The comments are already going insane, and we're only 30 seconds in. Listen, Gemini, your dual nature is both your superpower and your kryptonite when it comes to predictions. One twin sees rainbows everywhere, while the other twin sees storms approaching, and you've been ping-ponging between these extremes like a cosmic tennis ball. The Eight of Swords is staring me in the face right now, and I need you to really hear this. This card represents the mental prison you've built around your prediction abilities. You've been so afraid of being wrong that you've convinced yourself you can't trust your own intuition. But wait, there's something else here. The blindfold in this card, it's not permanent, Gemini. Those swords surrounding the figure, they're not actually touching her. It's all mental. All the times you've doubted your predictions, all the times you've second-guessed your gut feelings, you've been creating barriers that don't actually exist. I'm seeing this so clearly now. You've been treating predictions like they're either 100% right or 100% wrong. But that's not how the universe works. Predictions are about probability and energy shifts, not crystal ball certainty. The woman in this card, she's standing on solid ground. That's your foundation, Gemini. Your Mercury-ruled mind has access to information that other signs can only dream of. But you've been so focused on the swords of doubt that you've forgotten you can literally just walk away from them. Oh wait. Oh wait. I'm getting chills. The King of Pentacles just appeared, and this is blowing my mind, because this is not what anyone expects for a Gemini reading about hope and realism. Everyone thinks Gemini energy is all air and scattered thoughts, but this king represents the grounded version of your prediction abilities. This is what happens when you stop bouncing between extreme optimism and crushing pessimism. Look at this king. He's holding a pentacle in his hand, but he's not gripping it desperately. He's comfortable with material reality. He knows things take time. He knows that predictions unfold in layers, not in lightning bolts. This is your homework, Gemini. This king is teaching you that true prediction power comes from patience, from observing patterns, from tracking energy over time instead of demanding instant validation. The vines growing around his throne, they didn't sprout overnight. They grew slowly, steadily, consistently. That's how your prediction abilities need to develop, not in dramatic flashes, but in steady, grounded observation. I'm seeing so many Geminis in my private readings lately. They come to me like, why was I wrong about that job interview? Or, why didn't that relationship work out like I predicted? And I have to tell them, honey, you weren't wrong. You were reading the potential, but you forgot about free will and timing. The King of Pentacles is reminding you that even the most accurate predictions need to account for human choice and divine timing. You can feel the energy of possibility, but you can't control when or how it manifests. Wait. Something's shifting. I can feel the energy changing. The Three of Cups just appeared, and I'm getting goosebumps because this is revealing something massive about your prediction accuracy. This is not just about friendship and celebration. This is about collaboration with the universe. Gemini, you've been trying to predict things in isolation, but your greatest accuracy comes when you're bouncing ideas off others. Those three women raising their cups, they're not just celebrating, they're combining their energies. They're creating something bigger than any of them could create alone. And that's your secret weapon for balanced predictions. Your Mercury rulership makes you a natural collector of information, but you've been hoarding it instead of sharing it, testing it, refining it through conversation. The Three of Cups is showing me that your most accurate predictions come when you're in dialogue, when you're processing out loud, I'm seeing this so clearly now. You've been treating predictions like a solo sport, but they're actually a team effort between you, your intuition, the universe, and the people around you who can offer perspective. The celebration in this card, it's not just about being right, it's about being useful, about using your predictive gifts to uplift and inform your community, not just to prove how psychic you are. Oh my God, the energy is shifting again. I can barely contain myself. The Two of Swords just appeared, and this is exactly what you need to understand about balancing hope and realism. This woman, she's blindfolded, but she's holding two swords, perfectly balanced. This is your challenge, Gemini. You have access to dual perspectives, but you've been treating them as conflicting instead of complementary. The water behind her, it's calm. It's not chaotic. This tells me that when you stop fighting between hope and realism and start integrating them, you find your center, you find your truth. Those swords, they're not weapons, they're tools of discernment. One sword cuts through illusion, the other cuts through despair. Together they create clarity. I'm getting downloads about this right now. Your hopeful twin isn't wrong to see possibilities. Your realistic twin isn't wrong to see obstacles. They're both giving you information, but you've been making them fight instead of making them collaborate. The Two of Swords is teaching you that mature prediction work requires both vision and discernment, both optimism and preparation, both faith and strategy. The crescent moon behind her, it's waxing, it's growing. This is telling me that your prediction abilities are about to enter a new phase, a more balanced phase, a more useful phase. I'm seeing this pattern with so many Geminis lately. They get a flash of insight and immediately either dismiss it as wishful thinking or treat it as guaranteed fact. But the Two of Swords is showing you the middle path, the path of conscious choosing. She's sitting on a stone bench. That's stability, Gemini. That's the foundation you build when you stop swinging between extremes. When you learn to hold both hope and realism in perfect balance. The mountains in the background, they're distant but visible. That's your long-term vision, your ability to see beyond current circumstances. But the water at her feet, that's present moment awareness. That's checking in with what is while holding space for what could be. Members are flooding my DMs right now about this exact energy. They've been struggling with this same hope-realism balance, and suddenly everything is clicking for them. Wait, the energy is shifting again. I can feel something big coming through. The Temperance card just appeared, and I'm literally getting chills because this is the answer you've been looking for. This angel, she's not choosing between the two cups. She's mixing them. She's creating something new, something that's neither pure hope nor pure realism, but a fusion of both. 1 foot on land, 1 foot in water. That's you, Gemini. You exist in multiple realms simultaneously. You can access both practical information and intuitive insights, but you've been treating them as separate channels instead of blending them. The water flowing between the cups, it's not just mixing, it's alchemizing. It's creating a third option that's more powerful than either ingredient alone. I'm seeing this so clearly now. Your most accurate predictions come when you use your logical mind to organize your intuitive hits, when you use your intuitive mind to see beyond logical limitations, when you combine them instead of choosing between them. The path behind the angel, it leads to a crown. That's your destiny, Gemini. That's what happens when you master this balance. You become a master predictor, someone who can see clearly because you're not attached to any particular outcome. The triangle on her chest, it's pointing upward. That's your spiritual evolution. That's what happens when you stop fighting your dual nature and start using it, leveraging it, celebrating it. I'm getting such strong downloads about this right now. The Temperance Angel is showing me that your prediction accuracy skyrockets when you approach it like a scientist and a mystic, when you track patterns and trust your gut, when you prepare for multiple scenarios and stay open to surprises. Oh my God, something massive is coming through. The Wheel of Fortune just appeared, and I'm literally shaking because this is revealing something huge about your prediction timing. This wheel, it's not just spinning randomly, It's showing you the cycles, the patterns, the rhythm of how your predictions unfold. Gemini, you've been expecting linear progression, but life moves in spirals. The Sphinx at the top. She's calm. She's centered. She knows that what goes up must come down and what goes down must come up. She's not emotionally attached to any particular position on the wheel. The snake on the left, it's descending. That's the realistic phase, when you see the challenges, the obstacles, the limitations. But it's not permanent. It's part of the cycle. The dog on the right, it's ascending. That's the hopeful phase, when you see the possibilities, the opportunities, the potential. But it's also not permanent. It's part of the cycle. I'm getting such clear guidance about this. Your prediction accuracy improves dramatically when you understand that energy moves in waves, not straight lines. When you stop trying to predict fixed outcomes and start tracking momentum. The four symbols in the corners, they're the fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. They represent the stable elements that don't change even as the wheel spins. Those are your anchor points. Gemini, your core values, your fundamental truth, your spiritual foundation. When you make predictions from these anchor points instead of from the spinning wheel, when you root yourself in what doesn't change while observing what does, that's when your accuracy goes through the roof. The letters on the wheel, Taro, they spell Torah, Hebrew for law, for divine order. This is telling me that there is a pattern to your predictions. There is a rhythm. There is a method. You just need to step back far enough to see it. I've been tracking this with clients for months now. The Geminis who struggle with predictions are the ones trying to control the wheel. The ones who thrive are the ones who learn to read the wheel, to dance with it, to predict its movements without trying to stop it. Oh my God, the final piece is coming through. The Nine of Cups just appeared, and I'm literally in tears because this is showing me your ultimate potential when you master this balance. This man, he's sitting with his arms crossed, completely satisfied, completely at peace. He's not hoping for more. He's not fearing less. He's content with what is while remaining open to what's coming. The 9 cups behind him, they're arranged in a perfect arc. That's your prediction legacy, Gemini. That's what happens when you stop swinging between extremes and start creating consistent value, consistent insight, consistent guidance. He's wearing a white turban. That's clarity. That's what happens when you clear away the mental noise and start accessing pure information. When you stop second-guessing every intuitive hit and start trusting your inner knowing. His red feathered hat, that's passion. That's what happens when you fall in love with the process instead of being attached to being right, when you start enjoying the mystery instead of fearing the unknown. I'm seeing this so clearly now. The 9 of Cups represents the emotional fulfillment that comes from serving others with your gifts, from using your prediction abilities to bring hope and realism to people who need both. The blue tablecloth, it's the color of communication, of truth, of clear vision. This is telling me that your predictions become most accurate when you share them, when you put them into words, when you help others understand not just what might happen, but why it matters. The wooden bench, it's sturdy, it's grounded, it's built to last. That's your reputation, Gemini. That's what you build when you consistently offer balanced, helpful, honest predictions, instead of just telling people what they want to hear. I'm getting such strong guidance about this. Your prediction journey isn't about being right all the time. It's about being useful all the time. About helping people navigate uncertainty with both courage and wisdom. The landscape behind him, it's calm, it's peaceful, it's stable. That's your inner state when you finally stop fighting your dual nature and start celebrating it. When you realize that your ability to see multiple perspectives is your superpower, not your weakness. I've been watching this transformation in so many Geminis lately. They come to me scattered and confused about their intuitive abilities. They leave centered and confident. They stop trying to be psychic and start being wise. Listen, Gemini, I need you to really hear this. Your prediction abilities are not about controlling the future. They're about navigating the future, about making wise choices based on energy patterns and probability flows, about helping others do the same. The path forward is so clear now. Start small. Pick one area of your life. Notice the patterns. Track the energy. Blend your intuition with your logic and watch your accuracy soar. Stop asking, "Will this happen?" and start asking, "How can I best prepare for what's coming?" Stop demanding certainty and start embracing mystery. Stop fighting your dual nature and start using it. Your Mercury rulership gives you access to information from multiple dimensions. Your mutable quality helps you adapt as that information changes. Your air element keeps you flexible and open. These are gifts. Gemini, not burdens. The cards are all telling the same story. When you stop trying to predict from fear and start predicting from love, when you stop trying to control outcomes and start trying to serve others, when you stop fighting your complexity and start celebrating it, that's when your predictions become truly powerful. I'm seeing this transformation happening for so many Geminis right now. The old way of scattered, anxious prediction is dissolving. The new way of integrated, wise guidance is emerging. And you're right on schedule. The energy is shifting globally. We're entering a time when balanced, nuanced, helpful prediction is more valuable than dramatic, black and white fortune telling. And that's your specialty, Gemini. That's your moment to shine. Oh, my private community is having a complete meltdown over this transit, in the best way. The breakthroughs happening right now are absolutely incredible. Your homework is simple but profound. For the next 30 days, every time you get an intuitive hit, write it down, then track it. See how it unfolds. Notice the patterns. Watch your accuracy improve as you learn to read the energy waves instead of demanding instant answers. And remember, hope without realism is delusion. Realism without hope is despair. But hope with realism, that's wisdom, that's power, that's your birthright as a Gemini. The universe is literally upgrading your prediction abilities right now. All you have to do is stop resisting and start receiving. Stop fighting and start flowing. Stop doubting and start dancing with the mystery. Your predictions are about to become so much more accurate, so much more helpful, so much more trusted, because you're finally learning to work with your dual nature instead of against it. I'm so excited for what's coming for you, Gemini. The next 6 months are going to be incredible for your intuitive development, for your prediction accuracy, for your ability to serve others with your gifts. The comments are going absolutely crazy right now. You all feel this energy shift happening. You all know something big is changing. And you're absolutely right. This is your moment, Gemini. This is your time to step into your full predictive power, to become the balanced, wise, helpful oracle you were born to be. If you want more of this energy, you know where to find me. But right now, right here, in this moment, feel the shift, feel the upgrade, feel the power of your perfectly balanced dual nature. Subscribe now. Your future depends on it. Hit that notification bell because the energy is moving so fast right now, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Share this video with every Gemini you know. They need to hear this message. They need to understand their prediction potential. They need to stop fighting their gifts and start using them. The universe is speaking through these cards, through this reading, through this exact moment, and the message is clear. Your time is now, Gemini. Your power is real. Your gifts are needed. Trust yourself. Trust your journey. Trust your perfectly imperfect, beautifully balanced, incredibly powerful prediction abilities. The world needs what you have to offer.